Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Martina. I am a mystic self-love guide here to empower women to find self-love at any size. So, the title of my video today is Journaling for Forgiveness. So, this is a super good topic to talk about when we're talking about our self-love journeys. And so, I'm super excited to share with you guys today some journaling prompts and tips when we're talking about journaling for forgiveness. So before we get started, if you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay and I'll make sure I come on later and say hi to you then. And then if you guys are watching on Facebook, after this video is done, I would encourage you to head on over to YouTube by either clicking the description or heading on over to YouTube, typing in my first and last name, hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live. I come live Monday to Friday around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and my topics are usually all about self-love, mystic and holistic practices, and just really embracing the self-love at any size method or approach that I have created. So let's get into this, you guys. This is a super important topic when we're talking about self-love. A lot of our self-love journeys become stuck, or we become stuck if we're not able to forgive ourselves and forgive others for things they have done to us throughout our lives. So I'm just going to bring up my video to make sure I can see you guys here. Say hi to anybody who's popping in. So, what I'm going to be taking you guys through today. So if you want to have a journal and do this with me right now, you can. If you want to just save this for later, it will be here later. So you can come back on later and pause the video and do the practice then. Or if you just want to listen, that's okay too. So this is just a gentle journaling practice to help you find your way to forgiveness. If you're finding yourself being highly sensitive or an empath or stuff like that. So the thing with life is that we have all been hurt. Someone has broken our trust. We have treated ourselves poorly, or our bodies poorly, or someone else has treated us poorly. We've had maybe a vindictive coworker. We've maybe suffered from abuse or grief or trauma. Like, life is full of things that are hard and that are not okay, and we have to try to come to some sort of forgiveness if we're going to be able to move forward and show up for life as we are supposed to, and kind of shine that inner light that we all have inside of us that is sometimes dimmed by all of the heavy things that weigh us down in this life, right? And so if we're not taking active steps to work towards forgiveness, or get the help that we need to be able to start to do that work, it becomes really hard. So the thing with this all is life rarely goes the way we planned. And life is always throwing curveballs at us, and there's always things that are coming up that are being like, whoa, I didn't expect that, or that wasn't my plan. We have to know that the plan doesn't always go as it's supposed to. Life does gives us bumps in the road and curveballs and whatever you want to say. And the thing with forgiveness is, the worst part is that it's always going to be us. We're going to be the ones that suffer if we can't learn to let it go. So things that either other people have done to us, or words that other people have said to us, or things that other people have done to us, or flipping the coin and talking about things that we have done to ourselves and the way we have treated ourselves. So you can take this from two different angles. You can be more thinking about this in reflection to your self-love journey and kind of looking at how you have treated yourself and what you need to find forgiveness within yourself for. Or it can be on the other side of things, on forgiving people that have either hurt you or done something to you to make you feel that sadness or feel that need to forgive. And so we are the people that suffers most, though, if we aren't able to go through this work. And so it's really important to try to do this work and know that it is important. And these are simple, very gentle exercises that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So I hope that they are helpful. So When I'm talking, I kind of already mentioned this before, but when we're talking about empaths or highly sensitive people or even introverts, if you have situations or confrontations or things in your life where you have met with this person or situation that has caused you to feel like this person has done something to you, or this person has, they have broke your trust, or they have treated you poorly, or they have done something to hurt you, or going as far as to talking about abuse or grief or trauma. And so when we're thinking about this, if you are one of these people, like your empath or your introvert or your highly sensitive person, and I know I do this, is you tend to repeat events over and over in your mind, trying to find the meaning or what you could have done differently or why they did that. Like it's on replay in your mind. So if you can imagine having, grief or abuse or trauma, or just more of the simpler things of people being like hurting you or breaking your trust or treating you poorly or saying something that has hurt you, playing all those scenes over and over in your mind on repeat is going to drive you crazy, right? Like it's going to make you feel like you can't turn it off, and it's going to consume your thoughts, which consumes your life, which really stops you in your tracks and prevents you from growth. And so all of this can really make you paranoid. It can make you start to think of what's going to happen if this person, if I don't forgive this person. Are they going to do this to me, or is it going to get worse? Or like your thoughts really take over, and it's really toxic and not a healthy place to be in. And so what we're going to be going through today is 5 different little journaling exercises that are going to help you with forgiveness. And you can, once again, take this from the angle of yourself, for forgiving yourself or forgiving others. So I will let you choose what you would like to do with that. I see Joy there. Hello, Joy. And so the really cool quote that I found in relation to this topic is that forgiveness frees the forgiver. And so when you are able to find forgiveness, it allows you to feel free. It allows you to feel free from that burden, free from that conversation that keeps going on in your mind of thinking all of the things that could have been done differently. And when you choose forgiveness, you choose to be free, and you choose freedom, right? And so it's super important when we're talking about this stuff that we realize that the sooner and the more often we allow us to forgive and, send those people love and light and all this wonderful stuff, and do the hard work of, figuring out why you need to forgive people or yourself or whatever it is. And just know that that's going to bring you such a sense of freedom and peace, and it's super important. So let's get into our prompts, you guys. So the first prompt is to free write what is bothering you. So you can do this just by having a blank piece of paper or a journal or whatever it is you'd like to write in, and literally just free write what is bothering you. So maybe talking about what happened, maybe talk about who got hurt, and maybe talk about any thoughts or feelings that are coming up. Or if you just want to free write, that is okay too. But if you need some kind of just points to go with, then just talk about what happened, who got hurt, and just kind of mentioning anything to do with any thoughts or feelings that might be going on. And then the second one, let's bring it up here, is what has prevented you from forgiveness. So starting to take a look at yourself and taking a look at what things have prevented you from finding forgiveness, whether it be that you're stubborn or you just reflect things back onto yourself and you just don't allow yourself to find forgiveness. So just maybe writing in the second prompt about what are the things that have prevented you from finding forgiveness. And then our third prompt for you guys is, what would it feel like to move past it? So taking a moment to write down what are the things, or how would it feel if you were able to move past this and forgive whatever this is, whether it be yourself, others, situations, circumstances, those kind of things. When you're able to do this and write these feelings down, you will probably feel a release. A lot of these things can be emotional, so you may have feelings that come up as you're writing down what it would feel like to move past it. It would probably feel like a weight's lifted off your shoulders, or it would feel like your mind is clear. So just really writing down for you specifically what it would feel like to move past it. And then our fourth journaling prompt for our forgiveness is to describe the kind of person you want to be in your relationships. And so this just kind of allows you to reflect on who you want to be in relationships. So this could be, if you want to be a kind person, if you want to be a loving person, if you want to be a giving person, whatever it is. And really, this can also be taken one of two ways. You could be talking about the relationship you have with yourself or the relationship with others around you. So when you're talking about the relationship with yourself, then you can start to analyze it from the perspective of who do you want to be in your relationship with yourself. So it could be, I want to be confident, so I'm going to do this. I want to accept and respect who I am when I look in the mirror. And so these are the steps I need to take to do this. So just writing down all the kind of things that you want to be, whether it be talking about who you want to be in your relationship with yourself or with others. So that is also another option with that prompt. And then the last one is a very simple but gentle exercise where you have a list of forgivenesses. So you would say the person's name, writing it down, and writing down, I forgive you for, and then you start what you're forgiving them for. So it could be, I forgive you for treating me this way, and maybe going into some more detail. Something really, like, just to give you guys an example, it's like, I forgive you for not liking the color teal, even though it is my favorite color. So that is and that's the thing too, is you can find forgiveness for small things too. Like, these always don't have to be these big significant events. It can be forgiving people for more smaller things that maybe happen in day-to-day life that you just need to send them forgiveness for. So nothing is too big and nothing is too small. And this could be a continuing list that you keep in one section of your journal, and you keep coming back to it anytime you need to send forgiveness to someone, or even if it's to yourself. Once again, taking this from both angles. You could say, I forgive myself for blank. So writing down the things that you forgive yourself for, and even catching yourself in the moment of, if you find yourself being that inner critic kicking in, or saying, in your mind, saying bad things about your body or the way you show up or how you look, or, how you have treated other people or treated yourself. Just really taking that practice inward too, and being able to forgive yourself for some of the things you have done to yourself in the past, or what you will do to yourself in the future. So it's really just meeting yourself at the moment of when you need to find forgiveness, and just writing it down. Journaling is such a powerful form of like therapy that we can do for ourselves. And I have found so much what would be the word? I have found so much kind of peace and inspiration and motivation and healing from my own journaling practice. And something as simple as this, of just writing down and keeping track of people or yourself and what you forgive yourself for. And just, keep it in your mind throughout doing all these journaling practices, of really being mindful to just also send that just in your mind, thinking of that person or thinking of yourself, and just sending yourself or that person love and light, and wishing them happiness, and forgiving them for what they have done, and allowing yourself to be free. Because when you start to discover that feeling of freedom, you will really be kind of hooked on really bringing forgiveness into your life and making it a part of your daily or weekly or monthly practices, of just being able to always come back to that feeling and that intention of forgiveness. So I think I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you want to go back after this video is done and write down the prompts, you're welcome to. You can watch the replay later and pause when you need to. So that was all I had for you guys this morning. So I hope that was helpful, and it helps you to take some steps towards being more free and finding forgiveness for those around you and finding forgiveness for yourself as well. And so before I pop out of here, if you liked what I was chatting about this morning, I have a group where we do lots of work involving kind of finding self-love at any size. The group is called Imperfectly Perfect You, Finding Self-Love at Any Size. And so we are a group of women empowering each other to do all those things through lots of different mystic and holistic approaches. One of them being journaling. We do lots of different journaling prompts in that community. And there is lots of different challenges in the guide section that take you through lots of different ways to help you kind of find that inner peace, that inner healing, and really starting to accept and respect your bodies exactly as they are in this moment. So that is that group. The link to the group is in the description of this video as well. And one more thing before I head out of here. I have a program called the SelfLove Revolution with Martina. It is a program that is a group coaching program for life. You have access to me as your coach for life, along with 3 of my other friends who are also there to support you in your self-love journeys and your self-love revolution. And how we do this is we take you through many different holistic and mystic approaches to really start to narrow down and find that kind of love and acceptance and respect for yourself that you didn't have before. And so we're going to be doing this by following my self-love at any size method, which includes things like mindful eating, mindful movement, body image practices, showing up with confidence, finding that self-love, self-esteem, and self-worth. What else do we got in there? Chakra healing. So we're going to be doing all of those mystic approaches. You have access to a full yoga and meditation library that is ever growing, and just amazing stuff, you guys. So much in there, and it is there to help you to transform into that person who shows up for life with confidence, who loves themselves exactly as they are in this moment, and just is here to shine their light and be exactly who they were meant to be. So if this program sounds something like it would be interesting to you or someone you know, the link to that program is in the description of this video. You're welcome to pop on there and either share it with someone who you think might need it in their lives, or take a look at it for yourself. If you use the coupon code MAGICVIP, you will be getting the program for 40% off, which is a huge discount on this big of a program. And one thing I want to kind of drill in is that this program is available to you for life. You have weekly group coaching calls with me for life. You have monthly group coaching calls with 3 of my other friends that are in the program helping me. And you also have access to such a beautiful community of people who are like-minded, who are there to just support you and stand beside you in your self-love journey, which is something that I feel like I didn't have when I started this journey 10 years ago, and I would have appreciated to have this type of community then. So if you guys want to learn more about it, you're free to message me or just take a look at the program on my website, and we would love to welcome you into the program. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and we will see you guys tomorrow for our video then. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.